He got to initiate it first. I ain't starting nothing.
You did.
Nah,
We
yeah.
live. We live, Houston. How's
Nah,
everybody doing out there? How you doing? How you doing?
yeah.
Where to put this thing? Y'all
I
funny.
apologize for my dark screen.
Shit, I thought you was in the podcast. It still looked the same.
Bruh,
Why you do
damn,
my
boy,
dog like that?
you
Don't
got
do
dark
Mac
skin
like
jokes?
don't do JP like that, man.
You got dark skin jokes right now.
I'm sick.
Oh
Damn.
shit. Dre on live, goddamn it, cooking, whipping up a
Uh,
meal and shit.
you
Cooking
had
with Sonny.
Sonny cooking with Sonny.
Sonny,
Okay,
cooking with
cooking with
Sonny, cooking
Sunday.
with Sonny.
Okay.
Nah,
Look
you
at
gotta
Sunny
rename it.
face
You gotta say
ass.
burning hot
Let me find
pocket. Burning
let
hot
me let me
pocket.
find out this turn to a cooking show right now. She gonna bust out the paprika and
Nah,
shit.
Look, I got the
nah,
entertainment. Look, don't doubt it.
yeah. Nah, she put the hot pocket on 4 minutes. Now it look like a damn
Man,
brick.
I'm about to say she
Amazing.
came on here like she Hillary Banks from Bel Air, man. Cooking with lingerie and shit. Like damn.
Right.
As long as you
Yo,
know.
yo, who was that? Kelly, what up, Kelly? How you doing?
Yeah, hold on.
Man, we gonna jump
Oh,
right
Kelly in the
into
chat.
it, man. Y'all ready to get this live discussion on? I thank y'all for coming out with your boy MacMaal on this Monday. Hope everybody feeling good today. You
Shut up.
did, because I'm in a good mood.
Facts.
You did?
It's always a blessing to be alive.
No,
Always.
it's always a treat when real players meet.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts,
Okay,
big bro.
Well, I ain't
okay,
been treated. I ain't been treated yet. Where's the treat?
What's wrong with
amazing.
Let's not go down that road. Let's not
I
do that.
know. What is you
You
on with
wanna
us,
you you
Sonny?
you you just wanna pick a fight today already.
I know. What,
Yeah, I'm on good bullshit today. What's up?
Sonny
you?
B.
All right.
What you cooking over there, Sonny?
This is
Roman
not.
noodles.
This is. I thought
She
the
cooking.
podcast. I mean, I thought the stream was about something else.
It's
It's
about
No,
your
about your
hamburger
cooking
meal
with
helper
right
right now.
now.
Sonny, cooking with Sonny, period.
There
You
we
got your
go.
own segment right now.
There we
You
go.
did cooking with Sonny. You got to turn around and shake them buns.
There you
Not
go.
on.
I knew
You
somebody
Not
was
on
can't
gonna say
camera.
steal
that.
half the routine.
Not
Yeah,
not
you
on
got
camera.
I knew somebody was gonna
nah,
say
I
that.
just did. When I do this, that means I'm shaking them.
yeah, but you still gotta preheat the oven though, baby.
I'm
Look,
about to put. I'm about to
there go
put.
that recipe right
I'm
there.
about to put the
Mhm.
That's
bread
her.
in now.
Hey, look, there you go, sis. There you go. Pick one.
Look, I'm about to put the. What you talking about? Talking
Nah,
about
that
pick
there you go
one.
right here. This you right here. All day.
You got me
Okay,
messed
y'all.
up.
So let
Everything too
let's
close.
let's discuss the topic at hand. I know y'all
Get it?
have seen these allegations that been going on this last couple of hours. So I'm gonna play this clip first. Um, I'm gonna play the clip, and then we're gonna go off the clip. Actually, I'm gonna play two clips because I gotta put it in context. So I'm gonna play these two clips, and then we're gonna go after that.
So Islam has made my life better in every single category. And like my husband says, the closer you get to God, the more you get. And literally in every category of my life, I mean, dreams happen, like miracles happen once in a while every day, so it's been really beautiful. It's changed my life for the better.
I'd love to hear that. I mean, of course, Kevin is here supporting you tonight. How does it feel to have him stand behind you? And what is it about him that you were like, he's the one for me?
His name echoes in every chamber of my heart. And I don't, it's hard to describe a love like that. All I can say is that I'm with the person that I quite literally dreamed of. And to be able to just wake up next to him and spend time with him, even to have him here behind me, it's like so surreal. I'm like, oh my God, I love him! So yeah, he's just the most beautiful person inside and out that I've ever met. And I'm just so thankful that Allah blessed me with him. We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then the he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing, honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
Yeah,
Hey, Mac, I gotta go first or last. Just let me know.
Man, whenever y'all can go how y'all want to go, I'm gonna go last.
This,
Who want to kick it off this afternoon?
I just
this
want to say one thing. Karma. That's it. That man Kevin left a good woman that did nothing to him, was good to him. No reason for the public. Let me say publicly that she did anything to disgrace her man, and he left her for a way lesser caliber of woman. I'm not surprised.
I don't even know what happened.
who left who? Who
All
divorced
I
who?
can say is I had a cold longer than they've been married.
Facts. Facts.
Man,
Sonny, we talking about
But
Kevin Gates
my
and
sneeze
Brittany
lasted longer
Renner.
than they marriage.
So
who?
I don't understand it because it's like the first clip she act like they were so in love, and then the second clip is like she really didn't give a damn if they broke up or not. So to me, it just seemed like a publicity stunt, man. What y'all think?
I think
But what I say?
publicity, but
Hold on.
you be in love right away though too. You do be in love when you first get with somebody them first couple months.
But
no,
Mac,
they was
but hold
still.
on. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that it sounded like they were still in that what do you call it, like
Honeymoon.
that honeymoon phase, because when she asked why she loved him, that the reason wasn't valid. I don't care what she said. She sounded like a fan to me. She just couldn't wait to get with him.
Yeah.
True.
To me, it sounded like she was just happy a motherfucker was willing to go public and say they her boyfriend. Cause they slandered her for a long time and what nobody really, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker wasn't trying to do that. So now he like, okay, I'll take the job. It's gonna make my car. As long as I can stay relevant, I'll do it for a couple months.
Is
I
she
mean,
a
she's
real,
not a bad looking female. So I mean, I can see somebody entertaining it for a couple months.
is she a real Muslim?
Yeah, she a real Muslim now, yeah.
They ain't no damn Muslim.
Not in practice. She just became one.
Yeah.
You know what? Ah, shit. They did that shit as a fucking publicity stunt, thinking it was gonna boost them up as another power couple and shit. And the shit didn't work out. Ma, we was on here. What? We was on the show when you told me they was married. We was like, that shit gonna end soon. We called it like the same day. We'd be lucky. I think we had our bets like 2-3 months at max that they was gonna be married. And then she's saying some shit like the details of the divorce is like they can't be messing around with nobody for 90 days. I said, that's a damn lie. You can't tell me she ain't every woman know who got next. That's number one. And when he get back on the market, he gonna get him another one. So I mean, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
I don't think he never left the market.
I don't think so either. But
that was a brand move. That was something that I said it on JB shit 2 weeks ago. I said that's publicity, bro. That ain't no love or no shit. Like, and then they got all these rules when they leave. Come on now, her legs ain't been closed long enough to get a deed signed from a foreclosure in
How
Section
you
8.
know? You been in it?
Let me tell you something. I seen that monkey. I did see the monkey.
You
Now,
seen
if
the
I can
monkey?
see it, the world can see it. I ain't nobody special. Why I seen your monkey? Why I seen it? Huh?
Did y'all see how she was acting when she was on the Danza project with Charleston White?
Oh yeah, I saw
Mm-hmm.
that.
Did y'all
Yeah,
see the interview?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that alcohol got in and the
man.
hoe came out, baby. She couldn't
Well,
hold
All,
it no more.
all them Indian, all
alcohol.
them Indian feathers. This nigga, he be having in his hair and all this ritual and all this spiritual shit, and you can't dodge a devil, nigga.
I was actually hoping that it was gonna be some type of reform though for like for a lot of these thought
Jay,
type chicks, man. I was really hoping and rooting for her.
Jay,
We
Jay,
were
Jay,
all
drop.
rooting for her.
Jay, stop. Drive safe and get home and cut the light on me. Don't.
We was,
That wasn't gonna happen. You know that.
I was rooting for her. I
Why
was
you
hoping
rooting
that
for her?
because man, these thoughts need hope, man. They need hope that they possibly can get their ways
No,
together
You
and get a good man.
You
they don't. JB, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, they
I
don't.
was rooting
The,
have
for
hope
them.
for
the,
anybody.
only, the only thing they need to do is start a GoFundMe to get some cats. That's what they need.
JB, you're
They
right. You should
stretched
have
out.
hope for
They will always be there.
anybody.
They yeah.
You said
You
what, Sonny?
no, ain't no nigga
Hold on,
going out there to do no
hold on. What
rehab
Sonny
work.
said? What you said, Sonny?
I said you're right. You should have high hopes for anybody who says they're with somebody and in love. You know, you should have
I,
high hopes that they
I'm
work out and that they be happy.
I'm hoping for the reform. You feel me? Because that just can possibly show that if somebody broken enough, they can get up under somebody and possibly transform themselves. You know.
no, but look. See, this is the thing though. They playing with too much leverage. A beautiful woman has too much leverage in her daily experience. She can pretend and do all this and get all the backing from the internet, and then she can go destroy a man, and then get up out the backlash, and this is gonna be another goofy dude trying to get with her,
So
bro.
is the
We cannot
consensus?
condone. We can't condone these activities, bro. We
Is
can't.
No, you're right. Is the consensus once a hoe, always a hoe? Is that the consensus?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah. See,
it's
if
only
you
Kevin
see the
Gates
thing
is
94%
a
about it
niggas.
hoe.
is, if you a
So
hoe,
Because
it's always hope. You just gotta relocate. Once you
mm,
Right.
relocate
no,
and the people
Matt,
around you don't know it, you good. But in her case, she's nationwide. She
fact.
too she too famous to come back.
because
If she was an average Joe in the hood, she can move to
Yeah,
another side of town where
yeah,
nobody knows. Somebody will cuff her up. She'll live
right.
happily ever after.
You
But
know.
she's publicly said that she's had sex with 35 men.
And
Okay,
me.
that's cool. Because a
36 now.
lot of these women did pass that by the time they get 25. So
Right.
that's really not a bad number.
yeah.
But she
That is
ain't
an
30 yet.
awful number. What you
She
mean it
still
ain't good?
she's
It
still
is an
going
awful
after.
number when you think about when we were when in the generation we grew up in. Absolutely, but we talking
Right.
about 2025.
Yeah.
But OG, this is what I'm saying. It don't matter 2025, 800 BC. It don't matter. 25 is a lot. It's too much. Your brain is distorted.
It
It
definitely
ain't.
is. It
It's not
definitely
a.
is.
See, but see, you know what the problem is, Matt? They think the fact that they vagina goes back to this like a T2 on Terminator. They think they pussy gets shot up and then it just forms back and then they be like, oh yeah, see, I'm still good. Bitch, your brain is warped. We're not
Yeah.
talking
Why
about the
y'all Kevin
vagina.
Gates a
We're
hoe
talking
though?
about your
This is
brain.
Brittany Renner getting all the slack. Kevin Gates ain't no shit neither. He left a good woman, but just everybody blowing past that. Why do
Yeah,
Vita,
you
you
think
know,
Well,
I
Kevin,
Vita,
don't know. I
what
don't know
makes her a
Kevin
good
Gates'
woman?
wife.
What makes her a good woman?
Yeah, facts.
the
Let's do
fact
that.
Because
that
men
she
don't
stayed
leave good
married?
women.
I'm not talking about Brittany. I'm talking about Drea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drinker.
fact.
Yeah. What
men
makes
don't
her a good
usually
How you
woman?
know
leave
she a
good
good
women.
woman?
We lose them. We don't leave them.
Right.
Because she stayed married to him all that time and he ain't leave her for no infidelity, cheating, and all that. He just left her because he said he wanted to do something else.
But
Don't
Okay.
nah,
women do the
see,
same
that's
thing and
It
y'all
was
don't
what
cook them for that
yeah.
shit?
I'm just saying, and then look
No,
who
no, 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 no,
Kevin.
no. See, hold on.
So
We got
wait, listen to me though. All I'm
go
saying
ahead.
is Kevin Gates ain't he a hoe too? Cause he went and married a woman that openly said I've been with 35 people, and he was like, "That's my wife." Come on now, you a hoe too.
But it doesn't. The
If she
numbers
did
don't
said that and
matter.
you ran and marry her when you had a woman that ain't never did or said or none close to that and stood with you the whole time.
but
Yeah,
don't
but
Okay.
when you
forget.
I
talk
think
about
it's either
the faith part of it though, they believe that once you come to Islam, your past is erased.
That's what I'm saying. Don't forget she converted.
Oh,
Oh,
Remember?
okay, I'm talking about his other wife. He left her to literally marry a woman who openly said I've been with 35 men
but
and
we don't
married her.
know. But we don't
Perfect
know the
time.
context of their marriage.
It
She
don't
could.
matter.
No,
She
it
did
does
not.
matter. See,
This
that's the
what I'm saying.
time
What
out,
matter
Vita. Hold
about
on,
the public? What was
Vita, that's the
public?
problem. That's the problem. It don't matter when a woman is not living up to her standards when it comes to men, and and it has to be reciprocated. But when it's about the woman receiving things, it's the biggest spotlight is put on that, and that's the cycle that has to be broken. We don't know how that woman was talking and treating that man behind. Optically, she could be an ideal catch. Behind closed doors, she could be the dirtiest, grimiest bitch out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
But
Yeah.
Kevin Gates
Kelly
never
said she
said
think
this. All
she
I'm saying, he never said she was. That's all I'm saying. All I want to focus on is what was said or done publicly. So publicly, he never said she ain't no shit. She the grimiest bitch ever. She cheater. She be lying. He never said none of that about her.
he
So he
just
Most,
not
left
a sore
her.
loser.
Now,
but
But I'm
but
guess
hold
just
what?
on.
saying, he left
But hold
her
on.
to literally marry an open hoe. Come
But
on now,
sis though, but
he a
sis, think about
hoe.
this.
See,
DDG was
I don't think
DDG
that.
was begging people not to talk about his baby mama, even though she was being foul behind closed doors. Just because they not saying it in public, the men be trying to protect their woman, even though she a funky bitch.
Yeah, we
She's a
don't slander
funky
y'all
Okay.
funky
like y'all
bitch.
do
The
us.
whole point
And
is Kevin
niggas
Gates.
be trying to protect, and guess what? The first inkling of bullshit that a nigga do, he sneezed wrong. See, the nigga he got COVID and he around his baby. He off.
Okay, all I'm saying is this.
I'm
He
just
never
saying.
said nothing too much public about her, but he left her, who never said, she never said, he never said she had 35 bodies, solely for a woman that admitted she had 35 bodies. And not only that, left her and then married this woman. Like, come on, that's a hoe too. You gotta be a hoe to like a hoe.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
that's not true.
I kind
He
of agree
didn't
with her
like a
to a
hoe.
certain
Yeah,
extent.
no, I
Yeah,
get what Vita
Oh
saying.
my
I get.
God.
I get
No,
what Vita
Yeah.
saying. I get
Them
what Vita
but
hoes
saying.
be nasty, and when you a hoish nigga, you done had a
I,
lot of experience, so
I
it's
think
gonna take a certain kind of hoe to keep you down.
I think Kevin is a
But
character
Mac,
though too,
she
man. That
she
nigga is a
came in.
character.
My bad, Jay. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying Kevin Gates is a character, man. He's been
Yeah.
through a lot of phases. He put on for the camera a lot. I can't really take this nigga serious. I don't know what he really like truly deep down believes because he kind of all over the place.
That's a
Even when it
fact.
comes down to where he talks about his faith, I just don't know how much behind closed doors the type of bullshit he might be doing.
A
That
Opposing,
man
lot.
said he started an
Yeah,
engine with his hands. I was done.
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
he did all that
Like,
bullshit.
Man, if you ask me, they was the perfect couple. If they would have lasted, them two stupid motherfuckers belong to each other.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Hey,
She
Mo.
But
didn't,
see,
she didn't,
Mac
she
though.
didn't, she didn't, she didn't have sex with 35 niggas,
What
but you
happened
gotta
for them to?
multiply that by six.
What happened
And
for
he
them to
around
break
here
up
eating
though?
booty and shit. So I think they
hey,
a
Right.
perfect match.
I
And
heard he messed with guys too.
So
I heard that.
what
and
happened for them to break up? What are we really talking about?
I don't know. I really don't care. I said, it was bound to happen, so it's none of my business. Who
Because
gives a
well,
fuck,
men,
really?
Because
well, but hold on.
two
Let's not
hoes
forget.
together
men
don't
fucking
last.
before they
But
Because
get
they
but
trying
but
to
but
be two hoes, trying to have morality.
but hold
That's
on.
why.
Let me say this. He is going into this situation, and she's a reformed whore. Like she's not a whore no more. So he
how you
married
know?
her in the state of mind of she's presenting. I don't believe it. I'm just saying she's presenting herself like, yes, I have found God. I'm wearing the do-rag with the face thing on it. She doing
The
all that.
hijab,
That's
You
he
said the
married
do rag
her.
with the face on it.
Yeah, with the thing, the jihada. What is it called? That shit.
the hijab.
Hi,
The
Doug.
That
shawl.
shit. This shit right here.
Hijab.
Come on.
Hey,
He was wearing
I
that.
think Cardi B got these women uptight because they like if she a hoe and she can get a husband, so can I.
They do that,
hey,
bro.
hey, Jamal. I
But
want.
this been the case. Let me tell y'all, that been the case. That ain't started with no Cardi B. All the hoes was getting married before Cardi B. Look, this is the reason y'all online right now with I'm not y'all, but I mean just podcasts that blew up because of hoes, niggas getting done wrong by hoes, niggas turning into hoes, women getting done by niggas that left them for a hoe or caught them with a hoe or hoes been a thing since like what my guy Red Pill, where's your
Yeah.
Rocky Red Pill? Since the biblical times. Hoeing been hoeing since hoeing been hoeing and it ain't going nowhere and they get wifed up. We talked about that like 2-3 podcasts
Hey,
ago.
hey,
But
Vita, we ain't gonna forget the pimps from Chicago used to marry they top hoes.
Yeah.
Period.
That's
Sugar
though.
free
Like,
married
hold on.
his.
But where did
So
that?
does
Why,
body count matter or no?
No,
Hell yeah.
No, it doesn't.
no,
Hell
because they
yeah.
still get married.
Nah, no,
I
that's
would
not
say I
that's
would
not
say
true.
yes and no because yes it matters, but no it don't matter if we don't know.
I was just about to say that.
He knew and married her.
But Mac,
But not genuine though. That was a publicity stunt. We talking
Yeah.
about
Look,
genuine love.
look. Okay, Cardi B got married. Nicki got married. All these people, whoever is whoever, I don't know what nobody doing with their body, but
Time out.
all these women who used to be strippers and everything get married.
no, they
Vita, hold
not.
on.
Yeah, but they not
Vita.
lasting though. You don't want to jump over the broom and then jump back over that motherfucker.
Y'all missing the point. Y'all missing the point. It don't matter if it lasts or not. A nigga married them. Period.
Yeah,
No,
but
it
Okay,
Period.
don't.
so
it's for
That's just
publicity though. If
that's
you
just
so
Oh
here's
my
the
How
thing right
God.
now. Here's
what,
the thing right now. I tell you right now. If I met Brittany Rayner and she asked me to be her boyfriend, I would. I would be her boyfriend because it come with a lot of publicity fucking with her.
that's
That's
true.
the only reason.
yeah,
so
facts.
Other than that, what other reason would I have to wife her up? It's a reason behind that. I'm gonna make money after being a nigga that chose her.
Yeah,
hey,
So
but
it's a business move.
he didn't need
Vi-
that though. He didn't
No, he
need
didn't. He didn't.
Yeah, that
He did.
part.
hey,
he didn't.
so ladies and gents, this is one thing that where we have conversations like that. This is a precedent in society where we dealing with a lot of people with overinflated egos because our first example is fucking celebrities and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we got to tone down. We got to tone down on that part because everybody think they're a damn celebrity. This is where that six figures come into play and shit. You know what I'm saying? So people got to kind of like you got to play. You got to hover around where you're at right now. There's nothing wrong with that. You can either
Hold on,
move up or down at
hold
any
on.
given time,
What you trying
but
to
people
say
got to
though?
kind of.
What you trying to say
But
when it comes down to the type of woman you supposed to acquire? What you mean?
no, I'm saying like when you start comparing who's doing what. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because I did a podcast show and it took me a week to do this little thing where the divorce rate is at 50%. Okay. Now you get divorced for a number of different reasons. I didn't focus in on that part. I focused in on the part of the people that actually stayed married. And you
Yeah.
want to know on the other 50%, you know what percentage is actually a happy, healthy couple?
Boy.
1%.
Yeah.
Because, and I got the statistics here, it's like 10% of the people will stay married just for the kids. 7.5% will stay married just they don't want to go through the financial burdens of paying for a divorce and shit. Cheaper to keep a type mindset.
See, I,
10% is time invested. 7.5% is religious beliefs.
oh, I
5% is like family pressure. You know what I'm saying?
think some of
Uh,
that's okay to have.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying people that stayed married for different reasons. They got married thinking it was gonna up their status and get
Yeah.
It's
money
staying
and status
relevant.
and shit like that.
Stay
And
relevant.
it
Yeah.
didn't pan out.
Yeah.
I mean, it did because now they I feel like they accomplished what they wanted. They made tabloids. They got their name popping in the media for a minute, and
Yeah.
now we're gonna
Mhm.
go back to our regular lives. Because I just feel like, and then on top of that, he ain't even responded to none of this shit. This is how I know damn one of them gave a fuck. Because when vocal as Kevin Gates is, he would have responded and said something.
Yeah.
She
I'm,
acting too happy that they broke up. You see in the clip, she like, you see, I'm at the awards by myself. Like,
hey,
But
I'm gonna tell you, I'm
that's what's
disappointed at.
holding him
Hold
back. They're
on,
not
I'm
saying nothing
disappointed at
though.
the nigga though. I'm disappointed at the nigga because how you gonna sit here and tell LeBron about Savannah? She don't even. She look when she look at you, she don't even look like she love you. But
Yeah.
you marry this motherfucker. I
I
mean,
think
it's
he did
like,
that for publicity.
yeah, I'm like, dude, you trying to stay in the tabloids right now, man.
Uh,
facts.
Yeah.
So
He
that's
probably about
telling
to
you the
drop an
type of
album.
nigga.
He probably about to drop an album.
He probably
Yeah,
is.
that's what I
Right,
think.
correct.
I
That's all
think
it
the
is.
same shit.
well, I definitely think this world is
I'm
real
still
fucked up when it
confused.
comes down to the view that people have on marriage and relationships because a lot of people get together for the wrong reasons and they wonder why they end up breaking up, but nobody really wants to bring the best out in people and just really hang in there throughout the bad times, the good times. Everybody just want to just live for the moment and the experience instead of like really surviving and thriving. Like people think this shit is just supposed to be a cakewalk every single day. Like life ain't easy, you know.
This
Um,
is true, but at
and
the
people
same time,
people don't want to grind it out together. I'm not gonna be happy every single day. You possibly might not be happy every single day, but we have to still work together as a team. To help each other out during the bad times. And I'm be honest, one person has to have more leverage than the other person. It's not going to be equal as people think it's going to be. Usually, the person that's doing the most possibly going to have a little bit more leverage, but you still treat the other person with love and respect as well. But
Well,
somebody is going to be bending a little bit more than the other one. Sometimes.
well, JB, the reason why people ain't thinking about the struggle part of the relationship
Mm-hmm.
is because how people are dating right now. Women are dating for finished product. They
Exactly.
trying to date looking for the men that look like he will never have no problems.
And
look,
fun. You're right.
not
Right.
all
You feel what I'm
women.
saying? They looking for
Yeah,
the man that's on top of
it's
his
all
shit,
y'all.
that look
Yeah.
he already established, he already
It's
got his
all
shit
y'all.
going, and from their
No,
mind, they dating. Nobody's dating from a love aspect. They dating from a financial aspect for the most part. And
Yeah.
as long as this man look like he's stable and he gonna stay on his feet, they'll
Mm-hmm.
take a chance. They don't give a damn about his character, and this is
You know what's
why I.
crazy? Hold on,
no.
my bad to cut you off, but I'm gonna say this: in like a smaller city where I'm at, I feel like women honestly date more on the physical part. It's kind of weird down here sometimes. I feel like they kind of date more on the physical, like height and looks, and they'll get with a dude who ain't really got shit going on just because of like how his looks are. So it's kind of weird down here in like some of the smaller cities. They date more on the physical than just somebody being more well off.
So there's a lot of factors when coming down to who you about to date. I mean, everybody's not perfect and whatnot, but conversations that I have heard men talk about is how lazy these younger dudes are these days. Is there's one thing to sit there and motivate somebody to do something, but if they don't have the will to do that, how long are you supposed to sit around and wait for them to get that together? You know,
Right.
Sonny,
This is why women dating for the nigga at the end of the finish line, because they don't want to
exactly.
go through the shit you just said.
that don't
Facts.
necessarily mean that you're waiting for somebody who's at the finish at the product line. You just looking for somebody who's more
Hey,
motivated and more ambitious to do what
Kev,
needs to
Yeah,
be done.
Who
yeah,
who is more
yeah,
motivated
but
and more ambitious than a man that already made it?
Kev,
Somebody that's
right.
trying to make it there too.
Y'all ain't
But
fucking
see,
with the
but see,
trying to make it nigga.
yeah, yeah.
No, you're not.
But see, motivated means present tense.
Who's
Made
not
it
messing with
means
them?
made it means that was his past is dictated what you talking about right now. A lot of women, they don't have the patience for that, and it's not even a
No.
good look for a man to date a woman that's not really willing to sit down and actually be like, you know what, I see the potential for real. And I don't care if it take 5, 10, 20 years. She has to have that mentality, even though it might not take that long. But if she got an 18-month limit on him, she gonna be like, you know what?
well,
It's
Hmm.
gonna it's gonna waste both of y'all time. It's gonna cause trauma to you. You're gonna talk crazy to him. He gonna eat it up. Then you know what I'm saying? He gonna talk crazy back to you. He gonna catch a case. You're gonna be with 3 kids and hit a nigga for
Now
child support, and
you
you only
done
getting
went
$33
all the way
a
down
week.
the rabbit
I'm
hole
just saying,
there.
I know the whole script.
I mean,
No, I'm not
I
saying
was
put a time frame on that, but you can see who has that ambition and who's
Well,
motivated to do
No,
if
no,
stuff.
you
you can't. No,
if
no, you
y'all can
cannot.
see
No, no,
that,
you cannot. No, you
if
cannot.
y'all
No,
can
you cannot.
if y'all can see that, then
oh, you can
why
see
then
it.
what's going on in the
You can see
world?
it,
If y'all
Levon.
can see that, then what's going on in the world for real?
Oh, that's why a lot of them are single.
Hold on.
They
Number
prefer
one,
to
Sonny, I respectfully disagree when you said you can see. You cannot see
They can't
because
see.
the person this is real talk. The person that ends up being the most successful has the biggest struggles early on. And
Nah,
and the motherfuckers that had the struggles early on, he just ain't called his break. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't called his break, or
Right.
them doors just ain't open up as quick as it did for the other guys.
I remember when I first met my wife.
And so
Hold on.
this is why I say women, when you said well, it's a lot of factors, it's not that many factors. It's only a lot of factors when you factor in the external uh, items that show that you're upgrading. You know what I'm saying? Optically, socially. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
well, you also got to put into perspective when you talk about dating. You got to put into perspective the age brackets, because how we talk about dating is different from how younger people talk about dating. See, when you dealing with a woman who's probably 30 plus,
Mm-hmm.
she a lot of times ain't got time or not willing to be with a man with potential. She's trying because she done already done crashed with these type of niggas. So
Well,
Exactly.
now
that's her.
she trying to
That's
find a
what
man
she
that's at
chose to
the end of the
do.
rope. If you
That hold
fresh
on.
out of high school and college and shit like that, then you got time to gamble with a nigga and go through the struggles with him. But a lot of times they don't want to do that.
No, but check this
Maul.
out. Hold on. When I met my wife, man, I remember my mother-in-law. She was like, he a hardworking young fella. I was a young nigga at the time, and she definitely saw the potential. Man,
Thank
people
you.
know, people know who gonna be
Thank you.
something. Like she just already knew it. I'm just gonna be honest. Like I always
Say,
protect.
yeah, that
I always
JB,
protect
JB.
my mom.
I can't
She
agree with
projected that. She
I can't
projected.
agree with JB on that one because what happened was your wife got lucky. She just happened to find a man with potential who really wanted a relationship and a marriage. There are
Nah,
plenty of niggas out here with potential
nah,
just like you that ain't shit.
nah, nah, nah,
So
nah. I would say it was luck at the same time. I'm gonna be honest. Who really helped her out was her mom. I'm gonna be honest. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say her mom trapped me, but her mom definitely saw the potential and helped keep me there.
right, but see the
Her
thing
her
about it
mom already
is
her
a
mom saw
man
shit in me early on.
right, but a man can't be kept unless he want to be kept. JB, you
Nah,
wanted that.
sure.
Right.
You
Well,
wanted that.
Yeah.
I can name a million niggas with your same scenario that ain't on shit.
not for
Okay,
sure.
they could have got they
Hold
could
on.
have got the guidance of the mother of the woman and all that shit, and it still wouldn't have meant nothing.
I'm gonna
The
say
only
this.
reason, and
Exactly.
that's
So
why I
those the
say
ones
she
we
got
supposed to
lucky.
stay with still
I
for
still I was
18,
doing my
20
thing
years?
now.
Hell no.
I'm not no saint. I'm not no saint now. I me and my me
Shit,
and my old lady couldn't have been together at one point. I'm just gonna be honest. I wasn't no saint all throughout my 20s.
none of us
So
are. You
so that's
talking
what I'm
to a man.
no, I get what you're saying.
You
So that's what
talking to humans, okay? Let's put that out there because we fuck up too.
no for
Yeah, no,
sure.
I get what
Y'all
he's
don't never
saying,
admit it
but
though.
at the end of the day, JB, you gotta agree with me. There are just certain type of men in the world, and a lot of them got the same characteristics. But the difference is, some of us want to be husbands, some of us don't, and it's
Fact.
just that simple.
Well, it'll be easier to weed through if
Uh
y'all ass just say that from the jump. Y'all don't want to be husbands. Y'all just want to fuck and get on with y'all life. That'll make it so much easier. But y'all be out here playing those games.
No,
But
no,
Sonny, but
it
Sonny,
does.
this
No,
what you
it doesn't make it easier. It make it easier for you guys because you have all the controls. Because you know, you get the validation from the horse's mouth on his stuff, and you get the ultimate go no go. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's like it's a control. It's a control
It's
mechanism.
a
It's like let me know
manipulation on
everything,
women.
but a woman is not gonna let a man know everything.
Well,
Y'all
cool.
ladies, hold on, y'all women, y'all
Exactly.
know it's women out here that are only fuck with a nigga just to get money out of them. They ain't gonna lay that out the gate.
So can we agree that it's even on both sides? Y'all got some fuck people over there. We got some fuck people over here, and we need to go ahead and do the work to determine
oh
on who these people are
nah.
going
nah,
to
I
be.
would say it's
nah.
more
That's
my
not
That's
what
side of
the,
the
the reason.
but it's
I've
But
advocated
what
that.
y'all just
let
said.
me say this. The reason why we're not gonna do that is because um I say the males, the men, we are a band-aid. We need a band-aid for what we need to fix, but y'all are a gunshot wound. We
A
need to
lie.
attend to what needs to be healed first.
A lie.
It's not
Yeah,
no. Men are
dependently,
Come on.
not while you in a
men
relationship with a good
men
woman.
are traditional and overall, even a nigga that ain't shit gonna
it's
protect a woman.
yeah.
Even a
New
nigga that
V.
ain't shit, even a nigga that ain't shit gonna hold a door. Even a nigga that ain't shit gonna pump some gas.
I
Bro, it
would
could be a man that ain't got
No,
nothing
Oh
going
my
on in life. You
it's
know
God.
what
a
he finna
lot.
do?
It's
That
But
a
hold on,
lot of
hold
men
on. But
out
hold
here.
on.
It's a
Let me just
lot
say
of
this.
them.
Let me just say this. The only thing I'm saying is a man, it don't matter what's going on. If it's a time of if it's a category 5, we're gonna make sure you straight. Women don't understand the luxury that they have to have men around them that quote unquote ain't shit that's still
that's
gonna protect them. That's on y'all, bro.
real.
But don't get mad.
Red pill,
Don't get
stop.
mad.
Stop.
It's more
Red
good
pill,
niggas
unless
than
you date men, stop.
Because
If
of
you're
that,
not dating men, red pill, stop.
Peter. It's more good men out here than there are good females.
Listen to
It's
me,
more good
JB.
women.
Listen to me, and all y'all on here. I advocate for men. I don't know a whole bunch of Asian niggas that I dealt with, so I hold men in high regard, real men. But the real men are even saying, I don't know what y'all gonna do with these niggas of today, because these niggas of today is not us. These niggas of today can't even change a tire, change oil, don't know how to work, don't want to work, ain't living off you, can't get a job, don't got no
That's the
money,
niggas
ain't
that's
no
trying
shit.
to smash.
It's
That's
a
the niggas
whole
that's trying to. They
okay.
just talking.
No,
They
but
just talking.
I'm talking about real men talking about the men of today. It's a big difference, and y'all
Man,
know it. Even from
these
y'all
niggas are
to niggas of today, it's a difference.
they
So don't
bro.
say, "Oh, niggas gonna do this,
Cash.
niggas gonna do that." Niggas will sit in the car while you pump gas today and time. Now that never happened to me, but I know it's a thing. So unless you're dating men of today, you
That
can't
man,
make all these claims.
hey,
I'm not speaking from from personal what do you
anecdotal.
call it? Yeah, I'm not speaking from personal experiences. I'm speaking from experiences that I've heard of around me. Like there's a
Yeah,
lot going
but they
on.
don't. They don't.
So
See,
so
the
so
only
Vita,
problem with that
My
is
thing is this: how can women fight for equality and equal rights, but then say we don't want to change our goddamn tires?
Okay, Jamal, as from a woman, I don't agree with that. The only way any human should be equal is in law.
that's
Everything
MacMaal.
other than that, it should be associated to what is in line with the role of the particular person on general, and then that still got to be redefined and nuanced within the relationship. I can't be super broad and general in my relationship, like, oh, my nigga gotta be a millionaire, when I know my nigga is not that, but he's so good to me and he good for me. That need to be different. That's why I'm saying, like, it's just the nuances plus the generational and the times of today have changed so drastic that we can't just say what men on the whole are doing or women on the whole are doing, because it's totally different. Like in my day, right? Me, I'm a millennial. I don't care if I slept with one person. I would never admit how many people I slept with on the internet. I just would.
Why?
It's not for the internet for me to do that. I just
Miss
wouldn't
But
do it.
why?
It's
Vito,
not ladylike.
But
So
why
what
though?
Brittany Renner do is she's a woman of today.
Miss
It's
Vito,
different.
But why
how old
would
are
you
you,
not
Miss
I'm just
say
Vito?
how
saying
many people you?
because growing up we didn't do that. We didn't
But
do
it
that
don't.
growing up.
But this the
You didn't
thing.
glorify being no hoe
Hold
growing
on.
up.
Hold on. If you got a college degree,
Your
you brag
ass
about
ain't
it.
do that.
If you got your kids, you brag about
Yeah.
it. You got a new car. You
I got a
hold on.
college
Let me
degree and
sis,
nobody
sis let
knows
me
that.
hold on. Let
I
me
got
land
a
my
college
plane real
degree
quick.
and I know
Let me
200 people don't know that about
okay.
me. So
Okay,
don't
but
say that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
all
Women
right,
of
that's
today
you though.
and women of
Okay,
my day and even before that is not the same.
okay, that's you though. But what I'm telling you is 9 times out of 10, when you do
That's what I'm
shit you
trying to
proud
tell
of,
you.
when you do shit you proud of, you brag about it. When you say, what's your body count? If you got a low body count, you gonna flex. I got 2. I got 2. Then you go dance and
Women
everything.
of today.
Yeah,
Women
but
of today
if
do
your
that.
body count was 2, you would say it out loud, proud.
No,
But
you
But
women,
you know when you got
wouldn't.
10, 15 plus, you ain't gonna say shit. That ain't
nah,
your
you,
business. You gonna
Miss Vita,
deflect.
Miss
Women
Vita,
of today.
Miss Vita.
No,
If the
every,
body count low, they will say it's low.
Women of today do that.
Yes.
even
That's what I'm
so
trying to tell y'all. Women of my
so
day would never.
so
They be
but you
bragging
I
on
know
if you
100
only fuck
women that
2
I
people,
personally know.
hold on.
I know
Are you
100 women that I personally know have never
are
and
you
would never
saying
do
that if
that.
are you saying if all your
Let's say,
homegirls only fuck 2 people, they wouldn't say it on the internet?
They would not say it on the internet.
okay,
Even if
Yeah.
what
they
if you got a
did,
woman who
even
married?
if they did 150, they still gonna claim 2 and still gonna be proudly bragging that shit. It
Okay,
doesn't
So
matter.
let's say
so
you
You
got a
time out,
can't
woman
time
who
out.
brag.
married.
It's gonna be 18 niggas like, I'll hit that bitch. What she talking about?
So
Right.
time out.
But it's still
So
gonna be
time out.
one lying ass nigga out the group.
This
You gotta
this
prove
is
it. You gotta prove it.
this is where I made the statement earlier about overinflated egos, right? Like Red Pill said, whether you're a man or woman, you're real quick to brag on your good deeds and your accomplishments. But what ultimately defines you is the storms you had to persevere through. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? I can sit here. My body count number is at 317. I was a fucking hot boy in college.
Dang,
No shame in that. You know
Damn,
what I'm
that's
saying?
it.
That's
you a
it.
boy.
That's it.
No, I'm
That's
playing with
it.
you.
I went to Tennessee State, so it's like you had Tennessee State, Vanderbilt, and Fisk. You know
Oh,
what
no,
I'm
I ain't
saying?
got it.
All in
I'm a word
that
too.
realm right there. So it was, it was like a 3-for-1 special. You know what can I say? But
Damn.
hey, it's the truth. But my thing is, I got that. I was young, man. I was out the house, away from my mom. I had my own dorm room. Fuck yeah, I'm finna do some shit.
Right.
I'm healed enough and I'm mature enough to say I had to go through that. Now, do I still move like that to this day? No, I do not. I just say no. I ain't got the energy. I ain't got the time to sit here and curve nobody. No, I'm on a different level right now. Whereas, yeah, I want to be settled down. You know what I'm saying? I want to find my person, do right by my person, and we
Right.
go and travel and invest in all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But I
But
had
you
to go
know,
through certain trials and tribulations to get to that mindset. And
but the
so
only
you
the
gotta
only problem,
embrace your bad shit. You know what I'm saying?
but the only
What's
problem
bad?
I
You
got to
think
say
sleeping
with,
with a lot of women is bad?
Oh
but
hell
So the
no.
day you
that's
get
what I was gonna
engaged, you
say.
get
I don't think
married.
that your
Some of the
trauma
lines
is
I
different.
told was bad, but you know,
If a woman got 317 bodies, let me tell you
yeah,
like this. I'll just say, let's just create a path for her to be alone and be happy. Let's just find her some friends. Like, let's get her the Golden Girls, the whole
She still
season one
to
through
get
eight.
married.
Nigga in Nebraska not gonna know that.
She's not getting
But
married with
Yes, she
306.
is.
No,
Milwaukee in the
she's
house.
not.
the
Yes,
Why are
she
you
Nebraska,
is.
selling
Hey,
false hope
Red Pill,
out
in
here?
the times
Yes,
we
You
she
in, Red
told
is.
Pill, she
but
possibly will. She possibly will in the times we are in. She
what
will.
you
Thank you.
talking about? Okay,
Nobody, hold
Thank
on.
you.
possibly.
Because the
What is
modern
possible?
times is
What is
what I'm trying to say is different from just 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Let me tell you why. It's possibly gonna be a simp. If she doesn't tell anybody about her body count, they won't really know unless she shows certain habits and traits. Now, somebody might marry her, they might get divorced if certain shit start coming out, or if she start acting funny. But it's a lot of dudes that's still thirsty over certain types of females. So let's say she's really bad. There's gonna be a guy that want to take that off the street. Because I will say that a lot of niggas do love the feeling that they can tame or
Say,
change a female.
save a hoe.
right.
Yeah, it's a
oh,
lot of guys
I
that
get it.
want to be a saver hole. So it's gonna be a guy out there
Thank
But
that's
they
you.
go,
gonna do it.
but
Man,
you
ain't
know
no
what?
real niggas
The
finna
more
save no hoes.
But that's the thing about
the
it.
more
A
information
lot
we
of
get.
even,
But
go ahead.
hold on, Jay. The more information, the more conversations we have, niggas is gonna be understanding shit. It don't
Yeah.
matter. It might be 10 niggas tonight.
Hold on.
It's gonna
I
be
want to
10
I
niggas
want to
tomorrow. It's
respond to
gonna be
Mac.
100 niggas.
Hold on,
It's gonna
Mac.
they gonna start understanding. I
Hold on,
can't.
hold on, hold on. My bad, Red Pill. Mac,
Go
you
ahead,
said
go ahead.
niggas don't want to save a hoe. You do realize that it's in our innate nature to want to save a hoe. And I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
who
say hoe.
Not
nature?
I
when you
mean a
tell a
female.
nigga up front.
A
Not
female.
when you tell a nigga up front though. Not when you tell when we start telling men up front. See, this is the problem with the red pill community. And Anton said that shit. He said the problem with the red pill community is that women is starting to understand that men understand what the fuck they going through. So guess what? Now y'all can't even determine if you gonna play a nigga because this nigga might have so much game and so much bread that he gonna play with you like he like you, and you gonna think that that's what it is, but it ain't though. Because
Mm-hmm.
because men are starting to understand because these conversations is getting out and they being loud and proud. God damn it,
But
it's a
guess what?
Niggas
billion
gonna
views.
But it's
marry
It's
only
a
hoes since the
billion.
beginning of time. Niggas marry hoes, period. I
Yeah,
don't know why y'all trying to
it's
argue
going
this.
down though.
It
No. You're right.
constantly
Vita,
Good.
happens.
you're right. Because
It's
Sonny
going
just
down.
said, Sonny
let them
just said
have
it.
y'all baby
If she
mama.
got a homegirl that slept with 150 guys, she gonna claim too and
Ooh,
take the rest of that shit to the grave. So
ooh, they
I
really
see
do.
where JB is coming, where the conversation is coming from,
But bro,
but I
you,
also
you
say this too
it's always gonna be a dark
is
side out there.
I want JB to build on that after you finish your point. Go ahead.
yeah, but come on, you know some women they go through their hot girl phase, they go through their whole phase, and when
that
they
ain't
get
no
about
phase.
they late 30s, early 40s and shit, now they want to settle down, but they got these bodies behind them,
That ain't no
and
phase, bro. That ain't no
and
That
real
ain't no
talk,
phase.
phase.
Be
real
quiet.
talk.
I want Red Pill to
Let
stop.
JB build on his point real fast when he
Go
said
ahead, JB. I'm
men
sorry.
naturally want to save hoes. I got to hear this shit.
Okay, not the fact of saving hoes, but when I mean like saving women. We build society for women. Majority of the things that we do is to improve a woman's life. I'm gonna be honest. If you look at the progression of society, we all do it to impress women. Majority of the things we do is to impress chicks or to acquire them.
You know what, JB? I find it real ironic that you said that because I was just on your live and you motherfuckers ridiculed me for spending $1,000 on 3 dates. Now all of a sudden it's
Hold on,
okay
hold
to
on.
save a hoe.
He put the clip
Which
out
one
too,
is
man.
it, man?
That was
on you.
JB.
I'm
That
telling
was
on you.
JB,
He put the
Maul. That
clip
wasn't
out
nobody
too.
but JB.
No, I
That's
think
what
a
I'm
lot of
saying. Cause he
hold on.
talking about, man, I told him we impress women. Man, I ain't about to do all
No,
that, man.
hold on. What
You
did I say
impressing the
during? Hold
wrong
on. What I
ones
said during the
though.
stream though? I said I could show things without showing things. I know how to impress a female without having to spend so much money. I can. It's different ways
Yeah.
where you can impress a chick to where she like, oh shit, to where I don't have to
Oh,
go buying the most, but I can still make her. I can show her that I appreciate her in different ways. That's not making me look like I'm just doing the most, or I'm compromising my own morals and values. Because like I said, I still like moving a certain way to where I'm not just blowing a whole bunch of cash for nothing. I'm just gonna be honest. But that don't
right.
mean I don't like having a good time.
Well, yeah, well, we
But that
all know how to have good times without spending money. But
Yeah,
I'm saying in the space that I'm in my life right now, I'm not doing no simple shit until we get for real. Once we get official, then I can do the little lamps in the park and all the little sweet sentimental shit.
yeah.
But in the beginning, I gotta make my good impression. It's like when you first meet a woman, you're gonna put on your best shit, you're gonna get you a haircut, you're gonna look your best.
you can't
You
introduce
trying to impress her. So
a person.
That's what I call it. Good talk.
just because I choose to not have a budget when I'm dating, don't make me a sucker.
I
Well,
never
Mm.
say
hey,
that.
Jamal,
I like
I
people
want.
Now you done did all those grand gestures, and then when we get together, when you get with that person, now y'all doing walks in the park and stuff like that. You like, damn, what happened to all the grand
Ooh,
gestures?
she got a point.
They,
She got
No,
a
she
point.
don't. She don't have a point
Oh,
because she just basically said I'm gonna stop doing the big shit. No, what I'm saying is I can add on the little shit because that's how I know how women are. It's so hard to please a woman. You give her low, she won't high. You give her left,
But
she won't
hold
right.
on.
So
But
you could spend all the money in the world on a woman
but
and she'll still complain about not getting quality time.
but
What
we
is quality time?
so
Quality time is those
hey,
cheap dates.
so
That's
so
what that
Maul,
is.
but we
so
know
so
it's not
Maul,
feasible.
You're supposed to introduce the vibe that you're trying to maintain throughout the whole relationship.
What
And
I'm
then you
saying is
do those grand gestures and stuff in between. So it's not getting confused. Because if you're doing
right.
those grand gestures in the beginning, of course you're going to get the one that's just after your money and stuff like that. So when you start running down on those little things, or shit hit the fan, you can't you do too much this week that you did like the month before. She thinking you broke. She probably gonna leave.
Okay. So let me put it to you like this, then. Okay, if I meet a woman that I actually like, right, not one I'm just trying to fuck, one that I actually like. Okay, I'm gonna take her somewhere nice. I'm gonna wine her and dine her, and I'm gonna put a good impression on her. The next time we see each other, I might, man, let's go to David and Buster or something. I'm not saying that every single time I see this woman, I'm gonna fuck it off on her. That's not how it
right.
goes. I'm saying initially out the gate, if I like you and I see a future with you or potential in you, the first date, I'm not saying we're gonna go to a goddamn rooftop on downtown in the Trump, but it's gonna be something like Gibson's or some shit like that, something decent. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
right. So
I will
so
say
so
this.
so Maul, I use the boxing training analogy of working a speed bag when it comes to dating. So if it's somebody I really like, I'm gonna do something real inexpensive because I talk to a lot of women and they was like, I'm like, what's the purpose of the first date? They were like, I want to get to know you. I was like, all right, because we could do that in conversation in each other's presence and stuff, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money to do that. Now, I also asked another woman, why is it so important for a man to pay for the first date years ago? And there's one woman, she gave me the realest answer. She said, a woman always want the man to pay for the first date because she's trying to assess and value. She's trying to set to see how valuable this dude is without her doing not a damn thing. And so you can create a standard. Whereas if you start out high, she's going to expect you to stay that high. You know what I'm saying? At all costs. So I start out with I go slow on the speed bag, and then I increase the speed as I go. So them little coffee dates, walks in the park, and picnics in the park. Then we'll go to some expensive shit. Then we go on the boat rides and the tours and the trip, the island trips and shit like that. And you kind of almost teach her how to appreciate the little shit. And if she snuffs at that and have a problem with that, she just ain't the woman for you or for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. Let me say
was
this,
real
right?
right there, LeVar.
Too
That was
though.
dope.
I'm gonna say this, right? If she ain't been raised right, she not gonna appreciate little shit no goddamn way. So I don't
Right,
give a damn if you spend $4 or $4,000.
So why
If
don't
she
you get her
wasn't
out the way in
raised
the
right, no
beginning?
matter what you gonna do, because here's what you said, right?
right,
You said you'll start off slow and then you'll eventually get to your apex, right?
right.
But one thing about women is this: no matter when you start, whenever you get there, you got to keep it going. So once you
Mm-hmm.
walk her to the park and then you get to eventually spending this certain amount of money, you gonna introduce her to some shit that now that's what she want. She ain't gonna
Yeah,
want the
trust
little
me.
shit no
Let me
more.
say let
That's
me
if
say two
she's a
things.
woman that just with you for materials.
Let
If
me
a
say
woman likes you and really want to be with you,
Right,
bro, you don't have to do nothing. But what I'm
right.
saying is this: I show my appreciation and my giving spirit as a man because that's just how I am. If I like you, then I'm going to treat you nice.
yeah,
It's just
I
that
feel that.
simple.
No,
Now, like I was saying, you can start out slow and end wherever, or you can
Mm-hmm.
start out big and start slow. Either way it go, it's gonna have to be a mixture of both. I don't give a damn how it
Oh,
go.
hey,
I agree. I
I want to
agree.
say two things. I want
And
to say
it
two things. First thing, I'm so thankful that I met my wife when I was broke. I was young. I'm just so thankful that I met her when I was broke and young, so I don't have to deal with the dating market today. Secondly, a good woman, honestly, real talk, a good woman does not want you to spend a whole bunch of money. If she's a good woman,
Right.
she
that
don't want you to
part.
spend a whole. She don't want you to do the most. That will guarantee you that you got you possibly a good one because she won't be a materialistic chick.
Mm-hmm.
And getting out the way in the
Man,
beginning.
I'm gonna
But
tell you some real shit, bro. Any woman that's higher than a 7, right? I'm just gonna hit it and leave. I ain't got time for that shit.
that's higher than a what?
I like 7s and under. That's what I'm gonna marry. A
You
7
know,
or under.
I'm
you know
talking
what?
about
My
mentality
target
though. I'm
range,
talking about
my
mentality.
target range is a six to eight. Anything above an 8, I'm
I
like,
don't
you
want
know what?
nothing
I
past a
ain't gonna be able to
7.
tell her shit. You know, she ain't gonna she gonna have this. I'm a boss bitch mentality. She ain't gonna hear nothing. You know, I'm like,
But guess
nah.
what
You gotta
though,
like
Va?
somebody
We
for
all
real
got it
though.
It's a
fucked up
lot of
because
seven
Yeah.
these women.
pluses that's
You
out here
said,
looking for somebody for real, and they don't get the time of day because people thinking like that. That's crazy.
man, listen.
Yeah,
Anything over
but
an 8 is a motherfucking headache. And here's
Uh,
where we got it. And here's where we got it fucked up at. The women don't even know where they rank. They be foes and thinking they eights.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
that part too.
like the
it's a whole
average,
nother ball game.
most women out here are average women, and that's
Yeah,
okay. It's okay to be an average woman. I
yeah,
like average women. I don't like a woman that's too high maintenance and too much. I gotta do too much shit. I don't like all that. I like me a natural woman that's down to earth. That's confident but humble. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? When a woman thinks she's past a 7, oh man, she got a fucked up attitude, bro.
and,
It be
and-
over with.
hey, let me tell you how humble and realistic I am.
Oh, you look good.
I don't think I'm gonna be a 10 until I'm dead. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because at the funeral, don't nobody got no bad shit to say about you. All they see is the good shit that you all ever done. So I said, the time when I become a 10 is the day I have to go meet my maker. You know what I'm saying? So I've accepted that fact.
Well, I don't know if we gonna rank men because I don't know how to
No,
rank a
that's me
man.
ranking.
But
That's me ranking myself on that chart. But if I had to rank myself, I'd say I'm like 6, 7. So I'm pretty good. You know, I'm
I'll
comfortable.
rank you
All right,
niggas. Y'all want me to rank y'all? Let me
all right.
get Jay. I got
You
Jay, Mac, and then
I'm only gonna
I'm
listen
gonna
to
rank
the
y'all
females.
niggas.
the
I'm
coldest
gonna be
man
humble,
ever.
nigga, on some no homo. I just rank my niggas. That nigga
Hmm.
JB, this nigga take the most extravagant pictures on the planet. I'm gonna give that nigga an 8.5.
Hell
He
no.
nice and
MacMaal,
chocolate.
that nigga wear that nigga clothes accent everything he got going. I'm gonna get that nigga an 8. I ain't seen my nigga up in the corner right above me. I ain't seen my nigga yet. But I'm gonna get that
Yeah.
nigga 7 off confidence because I don't know what else he got going on.
I'm
You know what
very
I'm saying?
interested.
But
I'll
see,
say
but
this,
see,
right?
but I'm
I'll
just
say
saying
this.
in
Is
general, I'm
is
just
the standard for a man 6'6", honestly? And that's for the
that,
women. Y'all answer that. Is that what y'all rate men off of?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I
you
so
don't
the
know what
say
he
six, the
talking
y'all,
six,
about.
y'all.
the, no, the
Where's the
six
good
six
faith
six
at,
is
man?
6 figures, 6 feet
I don't
tall,
know
and
what he
six
talking about.
inches. Is that the standard that women is that what? Because
If
I
you
see a
if
lot of
you can
people
see
throwing
it,
that
I don't
around.
even know
So
what that was.
Man,
right.
I
So
listen,
don't
how
Y'all
do
even
gotta
know
you?
what
come
that
off the
was.
internet. Y'all
I'm
really need
asking
to
you.
come
I'm
off the
asking.
internet.
Vita, hold on. What Vita, where you getting at? Because you sound you got something built up.
Because y'all, what I'm hearing right is first of all, this is all internet shit, which means when you really
That
meet
part.
people in real life, like let me say this, from how Jamal, JB, Jamal, and Levi, because I didn't hear Red Pill. Red Pill just be talking shit a little bit, but all three of y'all are correct in y'all own idea of what saving a hoe, saving a woman, being a man, going no dates. All of that is correct because it attributes to you personally, and that's what works for you personally. Now, when we try to go broad and general and include everybody, everything, and all the dumb shit we hear on the internet, now is all this fake ass shit that we gotta include, such as numbers. It is no time in my whole life where people is like, is he this, is he that, is he these three things, and we gonna judge that. That's why I say it's a modern time of understanding and the time from like when real shit was real shit. So let me just say, women do not just judge men for that
Vita,
unless that woman is
Miss
super duper superficial in herself.
Miss Vita.
So
What
how
you
do
Hold
what
y'all rank
on,
men? I
Miss
want to
Vita.
hear the
I'm gonna
answer.
tell you right now, the way we rank men is this. Now, do y'all remember the video that it went viral? I don't know his name, Cooley Fooly or whatever. He was trying to say that shit that single mothers should not be dated and they ain't worth it. And then the girl Donnie was on there and she was like, okay, I ain't never seen a nigga 6 feet with six figures and whatever but got braids in his head neither. And so she was telling him how superficial that shit is with real women. And then she went down the list of what's true to a man that a woman is
oh, I
absolutely
seen that
choosing
clip.
him.
I seen that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Okay.
seen it too,
She
but
named character. She named things about character, who the man is, how he treats his family,
Bro,
how he is with his kid,
that nigga,
how he respects and reveres himself, how he respects and reveres women, his leadership style, his ability to understand his
bro,
patience, the space and room he make for you in his life or the relationship or
bro.
whatever. All that shit is what matter because that's what you date. I don't give a fuck how much money that nigga got. If he's a fuck nigga, he's a fuck nigga. If he only
Miss
making
V,
50,000, he a good guy. He making 50,000, he a
Miss
good guy.
V,
He can bag whatever number on the scale y'all talking about.
No,
Miss V.
that's
We not
cap
gonna sit
though.
right here and
That's
act like
cap
women don't
though.
have standards. Now, if you got a
That's
small
cap
dick,
though.
We
you
Hold on, hold
getting
on.
So
Ain't
shamed.
nobody doing
If
I
you
got
that.
a
not
Ain't
question.
nobody
tall,
doing that.
hold on, one at a time, gentlemen, ladies
I
She
have
didn't
a
first.
say
Hold
that
question
on.
for
we
Miss
didn't have
Vita
standards.
to retort what she just said. Okay, so everything that you said on that show was some intrinsic shit, right? I got Sonny and Miss Vita here. What's the things that you notice that gets a man in with women? What's the criteria?
Well,
That
I know
he
one
is
thing that
funny
gets
as
in with
hell for
Sonny.
me.
You said what?
I
You
know
can
one of
crack
those
the joke and
criteria
have
that fits Sonny because Sonny is tall, so she gotta date a nigga over 6 feet. So
first of
that
all,
logic right there is out the door.
Mom, shut up.
I'm just saying. She
Mom, shut
tall.
up.
So she can't date a
Okay,
nigga under
no,
6 feet.
no. I can. I can date somebody that's my height or taller.
how tall are
They
you?
actually they might be
How
a little shorter, but my
how
height and
tall are
tall,
you?
I could be close to 5'9".
Okay.
Okay.
that's not even that tall for a man. See what I'm saying? Y'all think
That
y'all
is not
know
it.
and
What do you
y'all don't.
mean?
Listen, when
That's
she
When she
put
put
on
actually
heels
tall.
on.
heels,
When she
when
put
she put
heels
on
on.
heels, she's 6 feet tall.
And then
Yeah.
when I put
Yeah, that's
on heels,
tall for a girl.
that's fine that he's shorter than me, cause
He
that's
making up
fine
for
that he's
that.
shorter than me.
Hey,
He
was
might
your
make up
last
for that
nigga
in
shorter than
another
you?
way,
Yeah,
such
but
as
you
how
don't
he treats
understand,
her.
Miss Vita, that you possibly can't even get in the door because she already looking at that. I don't think you get that. A lot of
Y'all,
women eliminate guys for
There's a
those
lot
simple
more
reasons.
taller
y'all
men,
on the
man.
internet too much.
Y'all act
Miss
like we don't
Vita,
watch
it's
Pop the
in real
Balloon.
life.
It's thousands of
Miss
people been
Vita,
on Pop the Balloon, and they all the women pop the men balloon for the same damn
Man,
Y'all
thing.
on the
it's
internet too much.
That's
No,
the
it's not
world.
the
That's
internet
real,
though. That's
Miss
why
Vita.
you
That's real
see. That's
life.
what you know.
Back to
Look, look,
real
look.
life.
When
Come back to
we
real
not
life. There's
look.
a
I'm
lot
not a
more
Google
women out
king. I'm
here.
not a Google. I'm not. I don't come from Google YouTube University. If you walk outside and hear main complaints from women and main complaints from men, you hear
Where's
it's
that
all
complaining at?
it's. But hold on. It's all congruent. Even you
Where they
disagreeing with us,
complaining at?
but hold on, sit this. Let me just finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what you saying is what all the other women be saying. Yeah, that's your experience. That's what you be seeing. That's what this. That's not your nigga. What
Yeah.
I'm telling you is you got to understand that 97% of what's said on the internet is congruent in most people's life. Nine
And
times out
watch
of
That's because look
this.
ten,
who on the
Hey,
that's
hold
what
internet,
it
on.
is.
depressed
Hey,
ass
hold on.
people.
That's what
Let
it
me play
is.
this. Let
Look,
me play this
but
next
but
clip.
A
but
lot of, a lot of,
All
hold
right.
on. A lot of people are stealing other people's clips just to get popular views and clickbait and stuff, so they can get monetized on the internet. A lot
uh,
of people not even out here speaking their own mind. They
they
Jamal,
content.
not.
Jamal,
No, no,
Jamal,
they
before you play the next clip, let's take the internet out the equation for a second. Even back in the day, they had game shows like Love Connection, the dating game. They had all this stuff. So it's always been out there. It's just the internet magnified, puts a bigger magnifying glass on the problem that a lot of women are just resistant to
Yeah, bro.
admit to.
I don't understand how y'all can't see that that happens on the
bro,
day to
they
day. Like
can
that's
see it.
crazy.
I
They
don't
That's
acting like
see
they
it.
crazy.
can't see the
I
shit.
do not
Miss
see it.
Miss
You
I
can
Vita,
don't
see.
see it.
you
All right,
capping. Miss
I'm gonna
Vita,
play this
I
clip
I'm
call
real
this
not
quick.
stuff out all the
capping.
Go
time.
ahead,
I
Mac.
know
Go ahead,
Let me
Mac.
plenty of
play
Go
this
women
ahead.
that
clip,
will.
y'all.
Everybody in the
All right,
same
Do you think
categories,
it's a
and
surplus of good men? Because let me tell you, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Y'all know what y'all called them? Y'all called them lames.
They do be lame.
No, see, the reality is that y'all wanted the dope boys. I see women today, they don't even like guys that got regular jobs no more. And then you want to complain about your health care coverage. Stop dating these women based off of where they are. Because you're going to be much greater than you are right now. Fuck-ass kids.
I could
I'm
not agree
sorry. I'm
anymore.
sorry for cutting you off, Dre. I ain't mean to. So I'm gonna let you build on this one first.
that's interesting.
What do you think about that? The stigma of women always want the bad guys, and then they curb the good ones until the good ones grow up and become CEOs, and now they coming with baggage and all that, and they think they got the same glow that they had when they was younger. Amazing.
That's interesting because I feel like you can't have a little bit of both.
See?
I'm not gonna call nobody lame. I guess it depends on what you call lame at that point, because what I consider lame to be and what other people consider lame to be, like a nigga work, I mean a guy working a 9 to 5 versus somebody in the streets, that's not lame to me. So I mean that whole thing on what I was just saying before you cut me off is that people fail to realize there's different women in the world. And what he said was, find a woman that you can what bring into the room or something like that. Date the woman that's going where you're going or whatever.
Yeah.
But y'all just said y'all can't date them
What you mean?
in the last. Y'all said that
Are you talking about
basically,
boss babes?
huh?
You talking about the women who are like successful, high earners?
Right. So
You know that.
if you're dating a woman that's in the position, I
See,
mean, what
that's where you're getting it conflated. Is that the man is trying to date a woman just like him? That don't make her somebody that's equipped to be in those rooms. Sometimes a woman's nature is about how she can move and control them and make her man better. So you thinking that the guy's supposed to pick what he is? We don't usually date ourselves. It's really
not
it's a big balance between the two.
that's not what I was saying.
I,
But
that sounds like what you were saying, but oh man,
yeah, that's not what I was saying.
Say what you were saying, Sonny. Say what you were saying.
that sounded like what she was saying.
I You put me on the spot. I was trying to say that. Okay, so she don't have to, like, run the room and stuff like that, but that woman, um you're gonna have to come back to me on that one. Let me get my thoughts together.
No, it's all good. It's I mean it's not that deep, but I understand the premise of where you're trying to come from. But I think like a lot of chicks get that confused that why we don't want to date possibly the woman who is a high earner or very successful. It's only going to come with certain traits that a lot of guys possibly might not want to deal with. It might be a headache. I mean, I'm not saying that those women are undateable, but I'm be honest. A lot of women who are successful earners, they're usually with guys who are also successful. But for the ones who are single, they're usually called difficult. Like a lot of nurses and things like that, they usually sexual deviants a lot of the times, or they can be very masculine and controlling in a lot of situations,
Yeah, and some
and that's from
women
experience.
they're working to survive, and if they get with a man that's that's established, that's working his way up, doing that, they're okay with letting go parts of what they have going on to accommodate him.
Yeah, that's the only problem. You said everything right until then. They
Uh,
not
it's
giving up
it's
nothing. They not
it's
giving up
like that.
nothing.
If
I
he's
work.
if he's doing something to influence my life, or make it better, or something where it's taking away from me working extra hours at the shop
Yep.
and stuff
There you
like
go.
that. I'm
There
really
you go.
I'm
If
what you
the
mean?
key
No,
word
no.
you said was if though, but see that's the thing. Is a little. Let me tell you something. We not
But y'all didn't
talking
give me
about.
no example.
We not talking about negotiating. We talking about a man that say, look, that's cool. I got hey, what you got going on is great. You built yourself up, and I would like you to just enjoy your career and let me just keep it pushing and let me just find somebody else. This is the nigga that you love. Like he loves you, but you have created a lifestyle and a mentality that conflicts with the men that you want. You don't even know it. You don't even
That,
get
How
it.
come?
It's not. But hold on. It's not
How,
about you. Not you. You're not a bad person or nothing. You a hard worker and all that bullshit. But guess what? Nobody cares though. That's what y'all don't get. Don't nobody give a fuck about you making money? What man in
exactly.
here
But
cares about their woman making money? Hold on. Let's
A
just do this
whole
in
bunch of
real
niggas
time.
up
I,
today. The
I
Don't
will
nobody
niggas
say
give a
up
this.
today that's dating today, modern niggas care because they
now
go,
watch
they
this.
want to go
Now watch
50
I'm,
this.
50. They want to go
Okay,
50
cool.
50. That's one.
Okay,
That's
let's do this.
first.
if
Let's
he's
do this.
thinking that
Let
they're
hey,
both
hey, let's do hey,
available
let's
and
make the
going,
same
that I have
argument you make for us all the time. That's the niggas you date. Don't nobody want to hear that dumbass shit.
I,
That's the
I
No,
will.
niggas
I
you
ain't
date.
never dated
I,
a nigga like that.
I will
Cat.
say this. Hold on. I will
Man,
say
stop.
this.
You know why you
In,
say it then?
in
Because the
society,
modern niggas up today on the internet want to go 50 50. Them the
oh,
Niggas
niggas
don't want to
today.
go no
The
fucking
hold
niggas
on.
in they
50-50.
drizzle. Them old
You ain't
Hold
drizzle
on.
ain't
niggas.
no drizzle
Hold on.
nothing, nigga. Don't nobody give a fuck about no drizzle nothing.
let's
Niggas want
just
to
Them
Hold
the
take
on.
care of
niggas
their
up today.
kids.
That shit took over the internet.
Hold on,
Talking
y'all. Hold
about
on, y'all.
man,
Hold on,
so
y'all.
what?
I'm gonna be honest. The
Cat.
male and the female of the relationship is most likely gonna have to work in today's society. It's not feasible for only one person to just take care of the family. I'm gonna just be honest. Is it possible? Yeah, but most people don't make enough money to actually do it. So the woman is gonna have to work. I hate to say it. It's only gonna be rare instances or situations to where a woman is gonna be able to probably just be more of a home provider or maybe work for her husband. Those are gonna be more the rare situations. If you want to be in one of those, you better get with the right guy who can put you in that. But for the
Nah,
regular
Jay.
female, she's gonna have
Period.
to work. It
Nah,
is what
Jay,
it
fuck
is.
that. Jay, you supposed to get 2 jobs so your wife can sit at the house. That's
It
what you
just
supposed
depends
to
on.
do.
Hold on.
but
It depends on what type of benefit that she adding for my life too. I will say that because I
No,
will
I'm
say I
talking
don't
about
want my wife sitting at home
right,
doing
that's
nothing.
all I'm saying.
no, I'm talking about a real one. I'm talking about a real one. I'm not talking about just any woman. I'm saying
Okay,
in general. When you got
I've
wifey,
seen that.
nigga, you don't you want to take every burden off her shoulder, correct?
I've seen that. I've seen it.
Okay, I'm talking about you. Do you want your wife to stress about anything?
I actually want my wife to run a daycare. So
All right.
yeah, I mean my wife's a nurturer,
But
so I want to get her a daycare. I mean she's really good with kids. So if
But
we
She
no,
can
that,
make
wants
money,
that though, JB. Does she want that?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, she
so
wants
that's
that.
her dream. So you what Red Pill is saying is you want to give your wife what she wants. That's what
Yeah,
he asking you.
yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay.
But but don't act like women just need to get out here and work, man. A nigga that love you don't want you to work. I'm just gonna tell you that
Thank
right
you. Thank you, Red Pill, because them the niggas I know. Them the niggas that my friends marry. All my friends marry. Them the
I
niggas,
mean,
that's why I'm
if
like, I
she
don't
working,
know
hold on,
this
but if she working for
what are
you though,
you
what's the
supposed to be
difference?
doing?
now. No,
What are you
that's
supposed to be
cool.
because
doing?
it's her dream. The difference is
That-
this: is she doing what she wants to do, what she love, not because she
Hold
got
on,
to.
hold on,
That's
she's
the
gonna have
difference.
to do something though. These chicks ain't out here just being no princesses. This is reality too.
No, I'm talking about
You
the
gonna have
real
to do
women who
something.
you choose to be wife. I'm talking about the woman
Okay,
that you choosing a wife on. You
she's
want her to live and be happy and do her thing that she want to do, and you help her or whatever in whatever way to achieve that with you, under you, beside you,
yeah,
whatever.
but at the same
Right.
time, that still removes the reality that we are still two human beings, and we still have to learn and understand and do things. I'm not saying that she has to work just as hard as me, but
I got
my
you.
that's like my wife having to be equipped with certain knowledges. If I was to leave this world, I need my
Yeah,
wife to know and do certain things because I'm not there anymore. So
correct,
she's
Right.
gonna be slightly equipped like me, but not
correct,
the same because I know more probably. But
correct. And I
I'm
agree
not
with
I'm not
everything.
raising hold on, I'm not raising princesses at the same time. Yes, the man needs to take care of her, but at the same time it's not gonna be to the point where she ain't gonna never have to work or do anything. I'm not playing that game either.
Because
Right.
Because
a
that's not
real leader is
reality.
going to show and teach their followers at the
Thank you.
end of the day.
For
Period.
sure.
So
But a lot of these women ain't just gonna be able to sit at home like princesses. I'm gonna be honest, and a lot of these women who do become housewives, a lot of them don't even do enough to be qualified for a housewife. A lot of them just end up watching TV shows and just doing a whole bunch of other shit and
But
everything.
man,
but
Like
Jay,
it's
Jay,
not
I'm
enough
I'm
You
stuff
know
I'm
at
what?
talking
home.
but
It's not
Jay, I'm
enough
talking
work
about
at
the
home.
qualifiers. I'm not, bro, I'm not talking about the
Yeah, but
rag. I'm not
even
talking about the
hold
bitches that's
on.
freeloading. I'm talking about
Okay,
women that make your life easy. I
even
look,
the
look, okay, let me
qualifiers got to
be
be put through
specific
a
then.
little something
I'm
to make
talking
them
about
qualify.
I'm talking about a woman
and
that
what I
carry
was
her weight. I'm talking about a woman that carry her weight. I'm not talking about a bitch that just with you. I'm not talking about that. That's
Yeah,
a
for
nigga
sure.
that
But I gotta keep that
right,
pressure on her too.
but a
Hey,
woman
do
that you
y'all realize that a housewife is what got us in this predicament we in right now with this feminist movement and shit? You do realize that this started with white women. They got tired of sitting in the damn house getting taken care of. They wanted their own rights and they wanted to do their own thing. And now it did trickle down and fuck the whole world up.
No, let me help you understand
they
that. That's
thought
not
they wanted
that's
their
not
own way.
correct, Jamal. This is what white men fall. This why us as sisters shouldn't have gotten had nothing to do with their movement. Their movement was this. They wanted to do more, a little more, and their husband wouldn't let them and was treating them like shit. They couldn't
Yeah.
have a bank account. They couldn't have access to credit. They couldn't, move a pinky toe without getting the okay from him. And he was doing everything under the sun to do her wrong. He didn't give a shit. This when she was like, we tired of this. We finna
Yeah,
fight so we can have more
that's
rights to
cat.
do more things.
That's lies. You got to stop spreading lies, though. That's what you
No,
got to
I'm talking
stop
about
doing.
that was the white one was moving. That was never
It
us
don't
as
matter.
sisters. That wasn't our issue.
Do
Our
you know what?
issues wasn't that with our men.
It's I mean, yeah, it's possible. Like I said, women don't have to work. They just gotta try and reduce their lifestyle if they don't want to work. But if you want to have the lifestyle that you probably have today, you probably gonna have to work.
But this what I'm
Ain't no
saying, JB.
probably they
I agree
is.
with that.
I thought the Bible said a woman was supposed to be a help meet. We don't supposed to help
Yeah,
them. They supposed to help us.
yeah, you're
Listen,
supposed to be a
Jamal, but
helpmate.
this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? If you this let's really think about this, right? Whatever is your top tier choice of woman, she's gonna come equipped with confidence. She might have a certain look, she gonna have a mentality, she gonna have respect, she gonna have standard, she might have a low body count, she gonna know how to handle herself in the rooms from a janitor to a president. It don't matter what room she in, you ain't gotta worry about it. She gonna hold it down, she gonna have value, she gonna have virtue, she's gonna have, truth to it, whatever these qualities are. You have to remember when she shows up, what do the Bible say? When a man findeth a wife, he's findeth a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord, which means she is the gift when you meet her on day one. It's no more she needs to
That's
do
not true.
other than get with you and nuancely understand how to make the most of what we have. And even if we look at a Proverbs 31 woman, it says that woman understands how to hold her household down, make her own money from in her house, which means it say when she goes to the marketplace, she is respected and her husband is respected among elders in the community from her reputation. So
Well,
that means
guess
she's
what though?
coming with that
If
stuff.
you get married and gain favor, how the hell is there so many damn divorces?
Cause they not doing maybe they not doing the inner work. This is what I'm saying. However much inner work we do is going to be equivalent to the mate that we can handle in our own nervous system and mentality or based on our experience. So if I'm not doing inner work, and I'm huge on inner work. If I'm not doing inner work and I keep judging everything from my past or what I've been through, and I'm not working on myself to understand I'm co-creating that reality, then I'm going to outwardly blame things and say the bitches, the circumstances, the economy, the feminism, the president, the mailman came too early. All that shit don't matter. If I know I'm a god in my situation, nobody gets the blame. I go back, I fall back, I go work on myself, and then I make it that I can heal myself so that I'm getting this person that I know that I deserve, and I'm not feeling I'm selling it for, or worried about, or complaining about. That's
But
all I'm
you know
saying.
what? You know what the bigger blessing is? Dealing with somebody that don't need to heal. All these
Yeah.
motherfuckers need to heal. Everybody need to heal. I think that this is the most overstated shit on the planet. Everybody need to heal. Let me tell you
Because
something.
nobody
We
who's
gotta be,
healing, who is
huh?
really doing the work. And let me tell you this,
You don't
right?
need
And
to do
I'm
no work. You
speaking.
don't need to heal. What
No,
work we doing?
you gotta do work till you die on yourself. On
No,
yourself.
I'm talking about with this healing shit.
You gotta
Why you going
heal.
through?
What you mean?
Why is everybody on the planet going through so much shit that when a woman speaks, she say, "Oh, the man got to heal," and when a man speak, "Oh, I need to deal with a healed woman," all this healed shit. What the fuck is we doing wrong that everybody is so traumatized where we gotta heal? Why you ain't got no fresh meat out here? What the
Okay,
fuck is
so
we
I'm
doing?
finna answer that. Hold on. Let me give
For
you an
every
answer. I got an answer for you. Because
fuck is y'all talking about?
first of all, we got to understand this since you want to go that deep. First of all, this starts with religion from 2,000 years ago, and religion has demonized or criminalized or removed a woman in whatever way that the woman is seen as inferior, less, or struck down. Eve did the wrong thing, as when religion was rewritten from 2,000 years ago, right? Now, from there, we came under the system of patriarchy. Patriarchy is a hierarchical system made for survival of the fittest, even though that is complete opposite to how a woman and in a
You off
society
on that
amongst
one.
other women have to survive. We don't survive the same way y'all survive. I'm finna give this one example and I'm gonna shut up. If a woman, just say I was a virgin and the only person I ever sleep with was another woman, right? Even if I woke up one day and said, okay, I want to now be with a man and have a husband, no woman nowhere would demean me. I will not be less of a woman. I will not be ridiculed. Society will not shut me out for that. I will be okay to do that as a woman. As a man, if you are a virgin and you slept with a man under patriarchy and hierarchy, you could never go back from that, as in you can never live down the fact that you slept with a man, because that's called gay for y'all, and you can't come out from being gay. Once you do that, it's out. You cannot longer compete with the man who never did that. This is what I'm saying. It is so night and day difference from how a woman can achieve anything in society and how a man can achieve something in society. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Because it's so drastic and night and day differences, we try to look for the other thing and the other person want the other person. No, it's so different. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all to understand. This is why dating is so different for everybody, but we come on the internet and think it should be the same. This is thus traumatizing men and traumatizing women, because a man's his testosterone makes him naturally aggressive. So if he cannot compete amongst men, right, for whatever reason, right, he might not have money, he might not have looks, he might not have muscles, whatever it is, he in turns internalizes that and brings it forth in anger. Okay, women don't do that. We'll complain, or we'll fall back, or we'll talk about it. We gonna cry. It's totally different. This is what I gotta understand. This is why I say, when you better understand nature of women, nature of men, nature of society of today versus yesterday and all that shit, you have to heal from that, because you gotta get that shit out your head for what you think and why this shit don't work. This is why people fucked up, because this system is not serving everybody. Period. Period.
All right. So
That
number
was a lot,
one.
and I don't know what the
So
point was.
so so number one, we kind of went all over the place on this particular topic, right?
That was crazy.
And so I'm gonna go back what she said about in the video about, he said the guy says like this, you look at him as being boring and lame and shit like that. And Sometimes it comes down to the criteria. And Vita, you said like even in modern day times, how men now are saying 50-50. As a confident, structured man, it's supposed to be like that. My obligation don't kick in until I say I do. Okay? Because at that point, you're not my wife. I'm not obligated to take on your responsibilities.
That's why you shouldn't be
Okay?
shacking up with
So every woman can't fault me at that. If she wants to fault me at that, now she has to do she has to take accountability for her mental and emotional headspace, because now you want to apply marriage criteria in a phase where we're just dating. You know what I'm
then
saying?
shouldn't be no sex. Don't expect sex.
This is
Don't
where I
expect
say,
sex.
guess what? Okay, guess what? And that's fine. Hold on. That's fine. Okay? I don't have to expect it. I don't even have to deal with it. Okay? If we don't have if we can't, get on the same frequency.
Yeah.
Now, you brought up the Bible about how the Bible tries to demonize women. That's not altogether true, because you said what Eve didn't. If you go back and read the story through and through, Eve committed the sin because Adam delegated that responsibility to Eve. Eve went and did her own thing. And when when God came to punish them, he held Adam responsible. So yeah, if a man takes you out of a comfort zone where you can't have as much say so, because we're ultimately going to get the blame in the divine order. Okay, that responsibility falls on us.
So why be out the plan?
So now, fast forward to the modern day age. Women are doing your thing. I'll give it up to you. No hate. But to follow the divine order, we're gonna always have that woman with the mindset is, I don't feel right asking my man, can I get this and get that? So ego and shit kick in, and that's what's fucking everything up.
It's not just ego; it's lack of leadership. It's lack of leadership too.
No. That's not lack of leadership. That's ego. That's ego and pride. It's a difference.
Y'all got the most ego, yo. Men, nobody has more ego than men.
I just seen a video on this earlier, and hold on, I'm trying to get I was trying to get it back on my headset. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So God, he
if
told
I'm
Adam,
standing, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Yes, he told Adam not to reap fruit from the tree and whatnot, but he manipulated Eve into grabbing the fruit, and instead of him,
Adam manipulated Eve or a serpent?
Whatever.
No, they whatever. You gotta get the story right.
See, now you're gonna prove my point about accountability right now. So let's go ahead. Come on, let's have this conversation.
It has nothing to do with accountability.
You can't say, "Oh yeah, it was it."
It's me not really even, whatever. But anyway,
if you don't know the story, it's fine. I can help you out.
I don't know the story. I don't know.
All right, the devil sent the serpent. The devil sent the serpent to get an Eve. It said, "Nah, it's better over in this garden." So subconsciously, the devil's way into any relationship has always been through the woman, and it's never been a relationship between God and man. It's been between man and woman, and the serpent, and it's proof that a woman will rather listen to a serpent than her man and Jesus.
Jesus ain't had shit to do with that Genesis, book of Genesis.
I'm gonna leave it alone. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm gonna let y'all have it.
But let Sonny have her point. Sonny got cut off. You gotta wait, LeVar. Go ahead, Sonny.
No, she said Adam manipulated. And I said I had to double check to see if she knew the story. That's all I asked. Are you sure it was Adam?
Okay.
That's all I asked.
Right, but I said the way religion was rewrote. Religion got rewrote. All the religions got rewrote. So it's okay. We ain't gotta make the religious debate, but it did get rewrote.
Yeah,
and
let's not go down the religious route for monetization purposes.
Period. But at the end of the day, if we just look at the divine order, let's just take divine order, which is man, woman, and then the child, right? So what?
God, man, woman.
right? God, man, woman, right? God,
Okay.
man, woman, child, and I even respect that order. So this what I'm trying to say, right? Real shit,
Hold
Leviathan.
on, but
I'll
you
be
but you
done in
don't
a
like the
minute. Okay.
patriarchy. How you respect that order?
Because true patriarchy honors matriarchy. True
No, it does
patriarchy
not. No,
honors
no, no,
matriarchy.
no, 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 it does not. If you
Okay.
go back and look at the definition. Patriarchy is the man that's in charge and is leading the structure. Matriarchy is when the woman does it, and that's feminine. And the matriarchy is feminine, is woman led.
Okay, let me help you this. Let me give y'all this example where the modern definitions be getting us mixed up. Patriarchy, just like matriarchy, we have to have balance. It is the divine, the creation process, the creator, God, everything. God is Father God, Mother Nature, right? God is the law. Mother Nature is the fruit of like the earth itself. You have to have both to have anything. It's no such thing as one without the other. You have to have them. So
No,
this what I'm saying. True
one
It's the
patriarchy
same,
honors matriarchy.
baby.
But here's the
Vita,
thing
it's the
about it.
same thing. It's just who's in charge. That's the only
yeah,
difference between patriarchy and
what,
matriarchy.
one
Yeah.
has a definition and one exists. Matriarchy does not exist. It doesn't. It's a
Matriarchy is was
definition. It's a
matriarchy is
definition
what's
of
being
something.
driven. Matriarchy is
Matriarchy
what's
is
being
something
driven.
that will happen for 22 days or so until somebody figures out, oh, there's some land over there that's ran by women. So guess what we finna do? So that there goes your shit. But at the end of the day,
Okay.
the
Let
Hey, hold on,
patriarchy
hold on.
protects
I got a perfect definition right now. I got a
but
perfect definition right now where matriarchy is being more encouraged and acknowledged than patriarchy. Let's look at it. We brought it up. Father's Day is coming up, and we don't get acknowledged.
yeah.
So
that's some made up
patriarchy is
shit.
like hanging on by a thread, but we promote this shit out of matriarchy.
Right.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Y'all, this what I'm trying to tell y'all using the modern definitions because holidays ain't got shit to do with it.
Hold on,
This what
but
I'm
you
trying to
don't.
tell you.
No,
That's
But
a
no, I'm
man-made
saying the
thing.
acknowledgement,
Vita,
I'm
the
talking about what
acknowledgement.
God made.
let's
That's
Vita,
what
God
I'm saying.
made.
The acknowledgement socially is what I'm saying. Look at it socially.
That's not okay, but
Economics
that's
is
not
been,
the
economics is preying on matriarchy instead of patriarchy because men are not going up and spend and blow money like that. We gonna sit
this
here and
is
try to
not
save up. We
patriarchy.
gonna
And
save up
Y'all,
and invest in businesses and shit to make more money.
that's not matriarchy,
We don't care
patriarchy. Let
about
me
no
help
damn
you
Gucci
understand.
bags. Shit.
hold on. Let her talk. Let her talk. Go
It's
ahead.
I'm
a
sorry.
way
I'm sorry.
that it's operating. This one I'm telling y'all. This one I'm telling y'all. It's a way that things are being operated under a overthrow, right? So what Red Pill just say? If land was uninhibited or unoccupied, he's saying somebody will come take over. Who is the somebody? It's gonna be men. It's not gonna be women. So you
factual.
have to understand that men's hierarchy has balance because this is why God said you need to help me. One woman balances all things from a man. So this like polygamy. Let's look at polygyny. The reason that works, I'm talking about a husband with multiple wives. The reason that works is because the man understands the power is in the women working together to make his vision come forth. Period.
Cat, we don't
Mhm.
Period.
need your vision.
Yeah, but the only downside you missing, Miss
Men
Vita,
do.
is that if men ultimately want to take control, they still can do it by force.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's right, but
Right.
patriarchy still, run the world. Now, I do believe that divine order is definitely necessary for certain situations, but at the same time, as a whole, patriarchy is still gonna be what's gonna be running the planet.
Okay. So patriarchy then use force. This one I'm trying to have y'all understand. If you use force, that is not an honorable thing, right?
For
You should
sure. Yeah.
force should come forth when it's like just like the Constitution or your God-given right to defend yourself. So if someone comes for you, you have a right to defend yourself. But if
Right.
nobody's coming for you and they just try to come in your house and take your shit, take your bitch, take your kids, you're not going to let that happen. So this what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. That if patriarchy is running over that, that's patriarchy that's out of balance. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because
Nah.
when you really have a woman that's with you, down for you, and whatever, everything she want to be to you, your testosterone level balances to a point where you're not full of so much aggression that you feel like you have to go and conquest everything, get everything and devour it and run it down to the ground and
Let me,
mess it up
let
and
me ask you
dog it
this.
out. And
Let me
that
ask
ain't
you this.
what gotta happen.
Hold on, let
Cause
me
it's
ask you
gonna
this.
happen by natural order.
Let me ask you this. Who created stable societies?
The stableness of society. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think society is stable based on the
It's
division of men and women right now, right?
but think of
The
but
division.
hold on. There is law and order. Now we do know that people don't do things because they know they will get prosecuted. I know we probably think this is an unbalanced society, but it's very balanced at the same time.
Nah, for real.
No, it's not, because look at all the violent crimes.
You
Over
said no, it's
80% of
not.
violent crimes are done by men to other men, women, and children,
Do you
right?
know if you were in a third world country, these violent crimes are normal? Like I got a buddy
Okay,
that's
I'm
from
just
Puerto
saying to
Rico.
you.
They shoot people up.
This is why it's unbalanced.
No,
So
no. I just
What's
gave you a third world
unbalanced?
country compared to a first world country.
What's unbalanced? What are you talking about?
the aggression in men,
No,
I
we
would
that,
say it's
supposed to
more
that
help
we
balanced
are
today.
we are the least.
neutralize
Hold on,
that.
hold on, hold on. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this though.
Women in
We
matriarchy helps to
we are
neutralize
the least.
patriarchy.
We are the least aggressive men on the planet. Do you know how
Fact.
spoiled American women are? Do you
Yeah,
understand that if it wasn't a law, you would be in a trunk giving up your vagina to somebody that you don't know every night? If it wasn't for other
That
men that was
still
protecting,
happens.
listen to
That
me though.
still happens
And
today.
hold on. I want you to hear the quote. I want you to hear the end of the sentence. If it wasn't men out here protecting you, then you would be in a trunk and in a bedroom every night of a man that you didn't know that you didn't like.
that is true.
If
That
it
still
wasn't a man, oh
happens.
listen,
But it does not happen.
bro, you're
It
not
doesn't
bro,
happen as frequent.
y'all so motherfucking arrogant and so ungrateful about shit. Y'all don't get it. We
Yeah,
protect y'all.
I'm not gonna lie, Miss Vita. There are y'all don't pay attention to all the guys that do
Y'all so
protect
damn
y'all and try and make
goofy.
I
society
pay
safe.
attention to them.
What if a
Now let
nigga?
me tell
What?
y'all,
I know
I pay
guys
attention to them because that's who around me in my life.
within my
Yeah,
vicinity.
but
I
Like
that's
got
your
a father.
people.
I think highly of men. That's why I'm trying to see what y'all be talking about. Then when I talk about things on global or larger scale, then y'all go to the defense of it ain't
Well,
happening. I
you,
don't notice that this
well,
reality that y'all talking about.
but
Men
here's
are the shit
ho-
to me.
true. This is
okay.
true. I
But
agree with
what
Vita.
y'all think men are shit to you?
No, they
They're
are
not.
the shit.
No,
Men
she
What
are
you
said
mean
the
the
shit.
shit?
shit.
What
No,
you mean by
yeah,
shit?
In
So I
my
got a
reality,
question.
men the
there's certain
shit.
guys
Oh,
Hold on.
great.
okay. So
I'm
what do you
gonna help
It's
I'm
so
gonna help
some
the
what
ladies
do you mean by the
understand.
patriarchy part? I'm confused. How you stressing patriarchy so hard if the men
Huh?
around you are great guys? Like what do you mean?
Okay, so let me say this, right? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Individual basis or my reality, men are the shit. Men help me. I hold men in high regard. I prevent men. I love men. I don't got
Okay.
a lot of bad shit to say about men, and I don't have no whole bunch of personal experiences where men just be doing fuck shit. I don't got it. Even my
Okay.
friends, all my friends married. My family. I don't know this world y'all speaking of. That's why I said this is not everybody. When y'all be like all women, no, this is not everybody. Then I'm not only talking about me. I use me because I'm on here, but
You
I
know,
know 50
I
other women. Now, when I talk
okay.
about the greater of the thing, because I'm aware of that too, right? Because I'm a coach and I really do coach women. And when they come through and tell me about the things they experiencing, I'm like, okay, this is not just a woman or man thing. It's characteristics, it's character, it's how you was raised, it's environment, it's
True.
the trauma that you sustain. It's a lot of different things that's happening. But if we go deeper and deeper and grander, then we have to say, how did this come about? Because Red Pill was like, how the fuck is everybody so unhealed? Because everybody has sustained some type of trauma in the societies that they live in, period.
You
Yeah,
know
but
that what
a lot of motherfuckers be lying too.
hey, red
A
pill,
lot of
hold on. Guess
motherfuckers just
what?
be talking.
Talking about
My
the
Hey,
bad. What's
liar.
red
up, bro?
pill, what
I'm
you
sorry. I'm
what you
sorry,
said.
bro.
Now, what you said about a lot of people being traumas and stuff, that's part of it. But then another part is being socially conditioned so early in life. Like I'm gonna go with the women. You're raised to like express yourself without judgment. Okay, that demeans your femininity. Okay, and at the same time, you're also raised and groomed to know what to expect out of a man, but you're not raised to what to be for a man. And that's that. Hold on.
That's real.
We could post a lot of women think they know what men want and they don't. And if that's the case, they wouldn't leave saying, well, I got a good job and I got my own house. No, men lead with that because we're providers and protectors, but we don't look for that in women.
Yeah.
And that's where women get it. That's where women get confused. It's like you want to try to use our playbook against us, but it's not going to work.
Well, as you just seen, me and Vita both just agree with you. We just saying that it's different people out here in this world, and we all have different histories and different traumas that we all need to heal from. Rather, it was within your family, within you growing up, within anything. There's something to heal from if you hurt from anything.
Well, I brought up the concept of upbringing. I ain't get off into the traumas and shit yet. I just brought up upbringing.
That's upbringing. That's all we want.
We get mad at a lot of other cultures who grew up and don't have all that trauma, but it's really we can't blame the other cultures. The only thing we can do is blame the people that's around us, because if our communities is getting all messed up because we're not being raised properly, people causing all this trauma, and you look at this other community in the same country that you in, and they have less trauma, and they like, oh, I grew up fine, man, great childhood, my family, everybody was good. Now we got to start looking at us and saying that we need to improve on a family perspective, so that we don't keep producing all that trauma within the kids or whatnot,
Right. And I also have a question. I also have a question for everybody, and I'm gonna answer it too.
Okay.
Out of everybody on here, how many people has been guilty of ghosting somebody?
Well, let me clarify, because
I'm saying who has been guilty of ghosting somebody at one point in time?
Ghosting could be a good thing.
Nope. You gotta say yeah, no.
Yes.
No breaking it down. No breaking it down.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I've ghosted a couple. I've ghosted my share of females.
Yes, I have too.
I mean,
shit, I done ghosted some motherfuckers that's probably watching us right now.
So let me dig deeper.
I ignore a lot of people.
So let me dig deeper. Let me dig deeper.
We was never talking. We was never talking.
But let me dig deeper. I had to learn that ignoring and ghosting somebody is bad communication and unhealthy and toxic behavior. So everybody that's claiming to be emotionally mature don't go about it in an emotionally secure way. Right. And so you perpetuate a certain cycle. If you're not feeling the person, have that conversation, let them know, look, it's not working out. A lot of us don't do that. So, and I had to learn this at some point in time. A lot of people don't, though. A lot of people don't. A lot of people say, I'd rather ghost you and I'll put up with this shit. And hopefully they'll get the message than to have that tough conversation.
Yeah. Most people are cowards. Most people are cowards. They don't want to stand up and say, nah, you know what? I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to fuck with you like that.
I feel like there is a difference. Like, now, when I say I've ignored a lot of people and whatnot, it's because some people are just, too childish to even sit there and have an adult conversation, because they are.
But you didn't respond to no.
So Sonny, do you value communication in any relationship?
Yes.
So do you know that you're contradicting yourself by ignoring a person and taking away communication, the very thing that you value?
You interrupted me before I was able to finish that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure you understand, what you're about to say.
Somebody is incapable of having an adult conversation, and things get disrespectful, and they're talking over you. You can't understand. You just arguing just to be arguing. Yes, I'm going to ignore you, because we're never going to get to the end of this conversation. It's always going to be some tit for tat or something like that. If you can sit and have a conversation, and we can get to what the problem is and how we can come up with a solution, then I'm able to have that conversation. But I'm not bickering back and forth with nobody. So I'm going to ignore you.
Well, when you come across that situation with a person And this has since I've did this, this has worked well. I don't argue with anybody no more. I'm like, you know what? We both heated. You take your time. I'm gonna take my time. We're gonna step away and we're gonna come back and finish this conversation when we're cooled off.
Some
I ain't
some people
finishing shit. That shit over with. Fuck you.
But you, but Jamal, to be an effective communicator, I have to get that person at the right mindset. So it's not, so we don't cross that respect line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
when emotions going high, it's real easy to cross that respect line. You know what I'm saying? You bitch ass
but
nigga, and you
LeVar
whole
got
shit.
a point.
but there
LeVar
are
got
So
a
some
so
point,
people
so
man.
guess what?
We
that
To
don't
be
want
emotionally mature and to control this shit where nobody crosses that line,
Mommy, I'm
I
gonna
can
let you
sit
go.
here and voice that and come back later and talk about it when I'm cool down and they cool down. And you had a moment to think about the shit, you know.
But I'm sure there's somebody in your life that you feel like you can't even come back and finish that conversation with. Y'all gonna keep running in circles. Who's gonna keep doing that?
So
Yeah.
guess what? Nobody, because at that point, I'm like, you know what? Since we can't never get to finish this conversation under cooler heads, I don't think this is going to work out, and we may have to go our separate ways. It's just that simple.
That's
I will
it.
say this. I will say this. I do believe in duality. So I have my high self and my low self. So don't get me wrong. I can sometimes take the high road, but sometimes I take the low road.
Yeah.
Just because I believe in duality. I'm still made up of good energy and bad energy, and it's gonna show itself in different ways. So I understand where you're coming from 100%. We do need people to take more of the higher moral road, but at the same time, we gotta still look at people as a whole. You gonna have the people that's not gonna do that, and you possibly gonna have some people that will do that. But that's just how I look at it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
He's what
Okay,
amazing.
well, we had a good conversation today, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely appreciate y'all coming out. We're gonna take this moment for everybody to introduce themselves, let your platforms be known, let people know where they can find you at.
Mm-mm.
What we go, what we,
I'm a, I'm gonna call. I'm gonna do mine first, man, because I'm about to head back into this building, man. I was at work. I'm supposed to be on a plane right now. Um, It's your boy JB Reacts on YouTube.
you did?
I should have a show this Saturday, 7:30, 7:40. Anybody want to come? Just email me at jayaboutthebusiness@gmail.com. I appreciate MacMaal for having me. I appreciate Ms. Vita, Sonny, LeVar. You was cooking and Red Pill Crick, my guy. Me and Red Pill should have something cooking up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Us
I would
to
love to
go
be a guest on your
into.
show, JB, man. I really would, man.
Hey, Saturday, man. Saturday, come
Hey,
through. Just go ahead and email me.
Oh yeah,
okay.
we got the big woman.
I'll
Okay, go
send
ahead,
them
go
the
ahead.
link,
I'm
JB.
gonna
Just send it
say
to
it. I'm gonna
me.
say it.
Okay, bet.
I'm
I'll
gonna say
send it
it.
to you.
Bad, bad.
Appreciate you for having me.
All
Love,
right.
brother.
See
Hey,
you, JB.
I go by Big Va, man. I'm just a regular dude. I'm formerly of podcast. Let's talk about it, shy. I've been in the podcast game for a long time and shit. So I mean, I just say some of the same things and got better in certain areas. So and I know I come off a little rough, but I really do try to improve us men and women alike so we can grow as a people, man.
Hell yeah. Love, brother. Appreciate you, homie.
Well,
Yeah.
let me say, LeVar, I don't think you come out rough because you're not reckless, you're not disrespectful, you don't totally disregard or try to overtalk people. You have your
Yeah,
points which you strong on, and then you hit somebody else's, and then you rebut. That's called like debate or argument. Like you honestly
You having a
do that with
conversation?
honesty.
yeah.
Like you not on like bullshit when you do it. So if they don't like it, it just truth ain't always pretty. It's ugly. It hurt. You know what I'm saying? Slap you in the face. That's what it's meant to do. So you doing it the way it's supposed to be done. So that's okay.
I
They'll be
appreciate
all right.
I
They'll be all
appreciate
right.
that. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
It's love, brother. Hell yeah. All right, it's your main man, Anti-Coon, aka the Red Pill Crip, the king of the child support pop quiz. I need y'all to come to every platform I'm on. Red Pill Crip. If you can't find it, you probably illiterate, but it's cool. I love you. But just find me somewhere I love everybody, man. Shout out to MacMaal, shout out to JB, shout out to my bro in the corner, shout out to all the ladies in here. Mac, thank you so much, Brody, because I love these panels and we just spreading the good word out here, man. Praise God now.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
If they can't find you, they don't know how to read.
Yeah.
Just look
Oh
for
my
the
God,
color.
that's
Just look for
funny.
the color. That's
Hi
it. You
everyone, my
good.
name is Lavita Jones. Confidence. Yes, hi everyone. My name is Lavita Jones. I am a confidence coach and I help you go from basic to baddie in business and in life so you can develop unshakable confidence unapologetically so you can strut across the runway of life. You can find me, you can email me if you would like to boost up that confidence, honey, and come out and serve and level up. You can email me at confidence@lavitathemodeljones.com. That's Lavita with an Levita.
Well, I like the way all y'all put that together. Um, I go by Sunny. I can't be found nowhere, and I'm just here for the comments.
It is.
And the
She got a lot.
cooking with Sunny, cooking with Sunny, cooking.
For sure,
Oh
for
Lord.
sure.
Straight up.
Hype me up.
Hamburger helper queen. Miss Burner
On
Hot
her next
Pocket
show,
on a
she got the twerking
Tuesday.
tacos.
You know what
Ah.
I'm saying?
The twerking
Yeah,
tacos with cheese.
Oh,
You
Jamal
yeah,
dig.
that's what y'all
You
said.
dig.
You said you needed a helpmate. I got all the hamburger helper you can get.
You dig.
Amazing.
Much
Well, it's your
love, though.
Well, it's your boy Mac Mall, man. I appreciate all y'all for coming out, man. Make sure y'all tune in every Monday at 7:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
And I just dropped my last podcast last Friday. Make sure y'all check that out. The podcast always drop on Fridays at 12 a.m. So make sure y'all tune into that. Make sure y'all tune into my reaction videos. JB inspired me to do reactions. So I'm in the reaction game now, so make sure y'all check out that content as well. And check me out on JB channel, JB Reacts on Saturdays at 7:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
Man, y'all check us out, man. We're gonna be live every Saturday, every Monday. And man, it is what it is. It's always a treat when real players meet. Make sure y'all hit the sub button, man. It don't cost you nothing to push a button. You
Yeah.
did. Till
It is.
next
Waiting on
time,
my.
y'all.
All right, brother.
Love.
Jamal did the Birdman. Jamal was
All
like,
right, bro.
Love.
Y'all
Oh
ass
man.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
Oh man.
peace.
All right. Have a good
All right.
night.
See.
Yeah.
Hey, Mac.